All right, y'all, shalom. I'm out here with Pastor Dowell, and we are out here on the site of a home that we're building here on his land. And what Pastor was talking to me about was the importance of giving wisdom and understanding, or
Right.
knowledge and understanding. And Pastor, you can elaborate on that?
Well, there are a lot of people that are now taking the advice that I've been giving out over the years. You know what I mean? I'm doing nothing that what the scripture says, about teaching people, telling them they need to come out, get separate, start developing and building your own particular communities and homesteads. And that way you stay ahead of the curve and you don't have to become dependent upon the system.
Right.
Well, there seems to be a lot of people today that actually really taking that advice, but there's a big problem in it. See, when you look at the history, if you have done any research at all, any due diligence, if you go out there and you look on the internet or whatever it is, you see that normally people who start brand new communities, they last anywhere between 1 and 3 years.
Yep.
And then after that, they fail.
Yep.
They fail because of this. The book says in Jeremiah 3:15, and I'm going to give you the pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge. Now, everybody has all kind of knowledge. You can look at my videos, you can get all kind of knowledge. Literally all kind of knowledge. But looking at these videos will not provide you the understanding that you need.
Right.
And the understanding mean, what do you mean? Pitfalls. Things that you could possibly run into. Ditches that you may end up going into that you wish you never had. Rather than having those experiences, why not just go ahead and listen to someone who's been there, done it, and I can actually give you the things that you could possibly look out for, and then never ever have to run into the ditch or never have to fall.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Right.
Because wow, I've got 30 years of doing this.
Yep.
You understand what I mean? So you can sit there and get a bunch of people together to do a community because you see what Straitway is doing, and no doubt. But you have to understand, there's a certain spirit on us that to be able to have this thing accomplished like this, to have what 14 communities we up to right now.
And clearly from the fruit, we can see the Most High is dealing with you, has his hand on what's going on here.
Yeah. Again, people, they can literally watch the videos and see what we're doing and try to mimic it. But if you don't have any wisdom, if you don't have any understanding, you're going to fail. Because, I mean, after all, we've been, you know just as well as I do, living in a homestead right now, heading towards a community. Hey, these people don't know the dynamic of iron sharpeneth iron, living with Israelites. They've never had that experience before.
Never.
They don't get it. You understand what I mean? So they're not spiritually mature. People, they have a relationship with the Most High, yeah, no doubt about it, through the salvation, but they don't have the maturity that comes with the experience, and there's a dynamic of living with people. And so there are a lot of things that you don't never see on the video that could be expressed to you, but people have to have the humility.
Right.
People just don't have the humility to be able to be taught because of pride. So they would rather go out and fail, which is unnecessary.
Right.
They would rather go out and make an attempt and then fail and not have the wisdom to succeed, because then that means they probably would have to come and talk to either myself or one of the elders or
They would
somebody
have
at the
to
homestead.
submit to
There
someone.
you go.
Yeah.
And I told them, you don't have to be a part of this ministry. I just want to see people succeed. You understand what I mean? But if Most High calls you to be part, then by all means, hey, we're greater helpers than if we was just people like just giving advice, if you understand what I mean. Because you see what we do. I mean, if they can do all this, but I said it once, said it 1,000 times. People can't do this by themselves.
Right.
And y'all out here, what are y'all doing? Y'all gaining wisdom. You're gaining understanding.
Yep.
Why? You already, as soon as you get every waking moment and hour that you can come out here and put boots on the ground and put your hands to the plow, you're learning. You're learning all the things that otherwise you would never have the opportunity to learn, because when you get on the land, it's too late to learn it then.
Yeah.
It's good to have it up under your belt. Now you have experience and you have some wisdom, and plus being around these communities, you pretty much know the direction you need to go.
Yep. Exactly. That's
So
true.
again, I don't wish anybody to fail, but if you're going to be wise, the Bible says if you see a wise man, then go talk to that man. He'll make you wiser.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? But you be with a fool, you're gonna be a fool. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So and If people just don't have the, I'm gonna say it again, the humility to come and be taught the nuances and the dynamics and the spirituality of what it means to come together. You know what I mean?
right.
I could take anybody from a homestead or a community, and we could have some type of conference, and each one of them could get up and have a particular area that they have never been introduced to, and give them wisdom going forward,
Right.
and knowing how to navigate this spiritual, because you know just as well as I do, things gonna come up.
Yeah.
There's going to be disagreements.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? There's going to be people feel like that they're being left out. You know, there's all kinds of things. You know what I mean? Or well, I'm giving all. What shall I get? And all this other stuff. You have to know how to manage people.
Right.
Are you following me? And if you notice, once people get on communities or once they're in a homestead, there's very, very few that's trying to leave.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah.
There's very, very few people that's trying to leave. Ain't nobody, I promise you, ain't nobody here trying to leave Straitway.
No.
They ain't trying.
And as we move forward, and as you know, we see the world going down the drain quicker and quicker, and it gets more and more obvious. What I'm beginning to see happen is people beginning to see the error of whatever assembly or whatever they're following. It's being revealed who's being obedient to the word and who's not. You're seeing the fruit out there.
That's true. You know, here we often use the term and phrase, we run a tight ship. And that tight ship is a ship of righteousness, if you understand me, because we all have a desire to be righteous.
Right.
But I tell you, again, I can keep on saying it's like a one-string banjo. You can sit there and waste years of development by not going to the wise and learning wisdom. You can waste years, and we don't have all that time.
Or life.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
Yeah.
look at everything. Everything's done doubled in price since 10 years, tripled in price.
Yeah.
People are finding it hard to make ends meet now. Hey, nobody out here they're not worried about what's going on out there in the world, because nobody here has a mortgage. Nobody here has a rent to pay. They have a light bill, a phone bill, and some people will mockingly say, well, how is that so? Again, it ain't been revealed to you. You understand what I mean?
Right.
It ain't been given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Ain't the kingdom of heaven within you? Don't we all declare the kingdom of heaven within? Yeah, we do. But the mysteries ain't been given to you. It's only been given to those of understanding.
Right.
The wicked shall do wicked, and the wicked shall not understand, but the wise shall understand. That's what the book says.
Right.
And so, hey, I wish people much success and stuff, but I don't know how much I mean, I'll give you an example. Look at my old friend, used to be friend, Pastor Joe Fox. He started off, he the one that gave me the information about that he researched communities. And he says usually within 3 to 5 years or 1 to 3 years, they're not successful and they fail. And so he came, he looked, saw what we were doing, asked him a bunch of questions. I went out to his place. I actually helped build out there on those places. I actually helped them build the first dining hall and dig footings to homes out there in the wintertime. You'll see it in the archives on the video. I've been to Shofar Mountain and helped them to do this. Well, now the community is dissolved.
Oh, it did. Wow.
Ain't nobody at that community no more.
Dang.
Everybody's. I remember one day he was doing a video out there, and there was a man by the name of Zach that lived out there at the time. And I called him up. I said, "What's going on with Zach?" He said, "What do you mean? Ain't nothing going on with Zach." I said, "Pastor, you may want to check that out. There's something going on there with Zach. There was a spirit on it. I seen a spirit on it. Sure enough, sure did, man. There's a spirit on it. Disgruntled, discontent, man. Kicked the traces, went ahead and left the community. Sure did. Left the community, man, and I don't know what terms or whatever it is. Well, of course, we're not in fellowship with him no more.
Right.
Not by our choosing. He chose to do that.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Nevertheless, here we are still standing. We're still here, and we're still growing. Since he has left the community, since he has left the labor with us in this vineyard, we probably have grown 10 communities since that time.
Yeah.
If you understand what I mean. So, hey, it ain't been given to everybody to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to us that are within, it has been given. So you can have all the knowledge in the world. You can watch all these videos. You can see me talking till I'm blue in the face. The difference is that the people who are part of Straitway that's listening to this, They get to actually be here to hug me, touch me, see me, handle me, hear me. They get to get their hands on the deck, foot on the deck. They get to actually come here and become doers, and they learn the wisdom.
Right.
They get to sit and listen to me and talk to me during fellowship and talk to the brethren, talk to elders, and talk to people who are on these things, no matter what state or what position they're in. And they get to learn what they're getting ready to expect within their own lives because we've got the experience.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why a lot of people just simply going to fail, my brother, because they don't have the humility to be able to learn. They have no humility whatsoever at all. And so I do wish them well, but I don't see too many people being successful with this.
I don't. Yeah.
Everybody asks me, well, how in the world you become successful? Because I have a right spirit. Now, when I say that, I'm not levying charges against anybody else that say they don't have a right spirit, but I have the same spirit you read about in that book.
Right.
Now, people may not like my delivery. They may not like my tone. They may not like my inflection. They may not like the way I go about saying things. Mm-hmm. But all that is totally irrelevant when you pay attention to what the Messiah said when he says by their fruits you should know them.
Right.
Man, if the mailman, it takes your $10,000 check that you expected in the mail and just throws it on the ground, sure you're going to complain about him throwing it on the ground. The delivery of it, you follow me? But you're going to go out there and pick it up because you know it's 10 grand now.
Right.
You're going to cash it, and from that point, you're going to be happy.
Yeah.
See what I mean? People get distracted over the small things, man, and not understand that even that dynamic is a literal test to see if you have the endurance substance to be able to handle adversity. You got to try every spirit, man, to see whether it be of y'all. And a lot of people, I mean, you see the camps, they do it all the time. They'll get out on the street and they'll antagonize Gentiles, and they'll antagonize sometimes our own people. They'll do it. The only thing they're doing is out there to see if these people have the humility to become part of them and stuff. Mm-hmm. They call it battling. We battling spirits. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. Most people are not rooted and grounded for that type of approach, if you understand what I mean. You try a spirit, you test a spirit, but you're not supposed to go out there and frustrate people and antagonize them. You understand what I mean?
And now, those camps out there, they're fighting each other. I was talking to somebody, and they were saying recently the two big camps, ISUPK, IUIC, they had a fight in Atlanta, and I got a little bit of the details about it, and it wasn't no pushing and shoving and yelling. It was a straight brawl.
Is that the one on the internet?
Somebody got their knee, broke their knee or something, got injured.
But there was a whole lot more to IUIC than it was ISUPK.
Say that again?
That was the one that I saw. There was a whole lot more people at IUIC.
Oh yeah, IUIC, they had the numbers.
But what I saw them doing, one of them did swing, but what I saw in all that, IUIC looks like that they're trained to subdue.
They are.
You understand what I mean? So rather than just
and that's
brawling,
what they did in that one. But
subdue.
this second one,
it's another one.
Yeah, there was a second fight that they had down in Atlanta this time, recently, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and apparently it was serious. And
that's bad.
It's sad because neither side is showing any sign of backing down. And
over what? And over what? We're supposed to be fighting the enemy without not the enemy.
And look at it. Look what we're doing here. we out here with passing. We're out here building.
Ain't getting rained on too while we're doing it.
Yeah, learning, fellowshipping, enjoying it. You know, enjoying the fellowship and building.
We out here fighting this wood.
Yeah, we fighting wood. We ain't fighting other so-called Hebrews. So yeah, it's. I don't know, man. It's I think a lot of people are beginning to wake up, though. I know a lot of people gonna wake up from what they're seeing, fruit versus or good fruit versus bad fruit. You know?
Yeah. Well, I hope they get it. That's all I can say. I hope they get it.
Yep.
And maybe one day somebody will reach out and hey, Pastor Dowell, hey, we really would like for you to come and kind of teach us a little bit.
Right.
And I'll be more than happy to do it. I don't want to be part of us. You understand what I mean?
And pastors, he's always had that, offered that out there,
Let me get this phone call, my brother.
Okay. But Pastor, I appreciate you coming on here, dropping a word to the saints out there and all the viewers. And I'm Michael Israel, here with Pastor Dowell.
Shalom,
shalom.